My brother was always the one who left before the dishes were dry. He was wild in the way only younger siblings can afford to be: quick fists, quick lies, soft apologies that never made it past his throat. I was the older one, the fixer, the buffer between him and the world's consequences. When our parents died 5 years apart, I didn't cry. I signed papers, paid bills, and told myself grief was just paperwork for the soul. He called when he needed bail money, when he crashed his third car, when he needed someone to say, "You'll figure it out," even when I didn't believe it anymore. I answered every time. That's what love looked like to me. Exhaustion dressed as loyalty. Then, one winter morning, a letter arrived, actual paper, addressed in his crooked handwriting. Inside was a photo of him in a rehab center, smiling a shy, uneven smile I didn't recognize. The letter was only 3 paragraphs. "I've been sober 6 months," he wrote. "You were right about everything I didn't want to hear. You saved my life by not giving up on me when I'd already given up on myself." The last line made my throat close. "I think I'm finally someone worth your effort." I stared at the letter until it blurred. For years, I had rehearsed a speech, the one where I told him I was done, that he'd drained me dry. But the truth is, I had never wanted him gone. I just wanted him to understand the cost of staying. A week later, he called. His voice was steady for once. "I'm at the halfway house," he said. "They let me out on weekends. You think I could come by?" I almost said no out of habit, but then I remembered the letter, the effort it must have taken to put gratitude into words. "Come by," I said. He arrived with shaking hands and a bag of cheap groceries, pasta, sauce, a loaf of bread that had seen better days. "I wanted to cook for you," he said. The kitchen felt like neutral ground for 2 soldiers on opposite sides of time. He burned the garlic, dropped the pasta, and laughed until we both did. Over dinner, he told me about the meetings, about learning to sit in silence without trying to escape it. "They make us write lists of who we've hurt," he said. "Your name came up a lot." I smiled sadly. "You don't need to make it even," I said. "Just make it matter." He nodded, eyes wet. "I'm trying," he whispered. After rested dinner, we washed dishes side by side, just like when we were kids, except this time, he didn't leave halfway through. When he hugged me goodbye, it wasn't a grab-and-go embrace. It was steady, full, like he'd finally learned what holding on really means. Months passed. He kept coming back, not to ask, but to bring. One week, a repaired toaster. Another, a plant that I'm still keeping alive out of respect. On my birthday, he handed me a framed photo of us as kids, him grinning with missing teeth, me pretending to be annoyed. Below it, he'd written, "You raised me twice." That night, I stood in the kitchen and let the silence fill with something softer than duty. The man who once borrowed everything from me, money, patience, belief, had finally returned something better: peace. I still keep that letter folded in my wallet, not because I need the words, but because sometimes, when life starts taking more than it gives, I like to hold proof that people can change, even the ones you stopped betting on. Love that holds through failure teaches gratitude louder than any apology ever could.